gotta call that junk out. Just because, you know, that trauma made you that way, okay, don't mean you stay that way. There's no such thing as a personal problem. If you got a problem, chances are millions of other people have had it in the past, have it now, or are going to have it in the future. Hey y'all, so I'm doing things a little different today. I'm recording on my iPad, y'all. I was editing a video. This is a reading video, y'all, by the way. As I'm editing a video, I'm just not liking it, and I decided I'm about to switch things up a little bit. But the point of these videos was this book has a lot of good life advice, and I wanted to share it with y'all because I feel like this is not only good for, well, most importantly, people my age, people of all ages. Like, this has good life advice for just us and humans in general. So I don't want to read the whole parts. I don't want to bore y'all either. You feel me? But I want y'all to like get the knowledge and the enlightenment that I get. Because after I read this book, y'all, I tell y'all, like, it's so eye-opening. So instead of me reading the whole parts, I'm gonna start highlighting the key parts that I want to share with y'all, and then I'm gonna kind of talk about it a little bit too. I literally just had this idea, y'all. I did not go through and highlight in this chapter, so I'm about to go through it and skim through it myself, and then I kind of know where to start from, because I was editing the video and I was just like, girl, you don't even want to edit this damn video because it's boring as hell. I also was thinking about starting a book club, and you know, people in the comments was kind of, you know, was like suggesting that too. So I don't know how I want to go about that. I don't know, maybe if I want to do a live, or if we about to, you know, take this over to a whole nother platform or Zoom call. Like, I don't know yet, but that's just an idea. That's a thought. Because, you know, we could all maybe take turns reading or something. You know, we could all get the same books and stuff. You feel me? But for right now, what I'm going to do is read out the highlights. Feel me? Because maybe not everybody into reading. That's fine. But we are on chapter 3. And the title of this thing is called Things Fall Apart. And automatically from the title, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is about to be good. Because if y'all living in the same life that I'm living on the same planet as me, you feel me? Shit fall apart all the time. It's always something. I feel like this book it'll teach you about something for real. At the beginning of this part, he shared a story from his childhood where he was in school and basically got caught up for having some drugs in his school bag. And, you know, kind of was just talking about like how he was a bad kid, basically. But then he also went into how his parents got divorced. He ended up getting not locked up, but like sent away or some junk. So like, you know, lost all kid rights, freedom rights. And also just talked about stuff that he had going on at home. And yeah, so I'm about to start reading from this part right here. The pain from my adolescence led me down a road of entitlement that lasted through much of my early adulthood. My trauma had revolved around intimacy and acceptance, so I felt a constant need to overcompensate to prove to myself that I was loved and accepted at all times. And as a result, I soon took to chasing women the same way a cocaine addict takes to a snowman made out of cocaine. I made sweet love to it and then promptly suffocated myself in it. I became a player, an immature, selfish, and sometimes charming player, and I strung up a long series of superficial and unhealthy relationships for the better part of a decade. It wasn't so much the sex that I craved. Although the sex was fun, it was the validation. I was wanted. I was loved. For the first time since I could remember, I was worthy. My craving for validation quickly fed into a mental habit of self-aggrandizing and overindulgence. I felt entitled to do or say whatever I wanted, to break people's trust, to ignore people's feelings, and then justify it later with shitty half-assed apologies. While this period certainly had its moments of fun and excitement, and I met some wonderful women in my life was more or less a wreck the whole time. I was often unemployed, living on friends' couches or with my mom, drinking way more than I should have been, alienating a number of friends. And when I did meet a woman I really liked, my self-absorption quickly torpedoed everything. The deeper the pain, the more helpless we feel against our problems, and the more entitlement we adopt to compensate for those problems. This entitlement plays out in one of two ways. One, I'm awesome and the rest of you all suck, so I deserve special treatment. Or two, I suck and the rest of you are awesome, so I deserve special treatment. Opposite mindset on the outside, but the same selfish creamy core in the middle. In fact, you will often see entitled people flip back and forth between the two. Either they're on top of the world or the world is on top of them, depending on the day of the week or how well they're doing with their particular addiction at the moment. Construing everything in life so as to make yourself out to be constantly victimized requires just as much selfishness as the opposite. It takes just as much energy and delusional self-aggrandizement to maintain the belief that one has insurmountable problems as that one has no problems at all. The truth is that there's no such thing as a personal problem. If you got a problem, chances are millions of other people have had it in the past, have it now, or are going to have it in the future. Likely people you know too. That doesn't minimize the problem or mean that it shouldn't hurt. It doesn't mean you aren't legitimately a victim in certain circumstances. It just means that you are not special. Often, it's this realization that you and your problems are actually not privileged in their severity or pain that is the first and most important towards solving them. For some reason, it appears that more and more people, particularly young people, are forgetting this. Y'all, that little part right there just resonate. I don't even feel like I need to explain that. Like, dang, read me down then. Just read me to feel. And it also just makes you think about, like, other people and, because at the end of the day, all people are experiences, whether it's friendship-wise, relationship-wise. A lot of times people look at people as property, but, nobody belongs to you, not, you feel me? People are experiences in my eyes. I don't know. A learning experience for sure. Y'all know that saying, you either a lesson or a blessing. I definitely believe that. It's strange that in an age when we are more connected than ever, entitlement seems to be at an all-time high. Something about recent technology seems to allow our insecurities to run amok like never before. The more freedom we're given to express ourselves, the more we want to be free of having to deal with anyone who may disagree with us or upset us. I'm going to stop right there because that is so true. That's how I was when I started my YouTube channel. And at that age, I was also like Kanye West, for real. Just young. And I mean, really, that really had a lot to do with, how I had to come up and, what all had transpired during that era of my life with certain people and adults, and just the adults that I come in contact with, that I was surrounded with at that time. They kind of had just my encounters with them and, where we was at. I kind of had this fixed mindset on life when it came to older people. And, although I wasn't all the way wrong, but I also wasn't all the way right. So that being said, you couldn't tell me nothing. I know it all. You feel me? But not always, though. So I'm always willing to learn, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just something with me and older people that don't all the way click, but we do I just don't click with all adults because I'm just able to see right through you. You feel me? But just because, I don't know, just maybe when I was younger, the way I used to go about stuff and kind of think, and it wasn't all the way right. But now I'm a little older, a little more mature, I'm able to see what was wrong, and I'm kind of, you feel me? Because all of my closest friends, well, not friends, but like the people I'm closest to, they are way older than me. Like my sis, my closest friend, one of my bestest friends, like she's like, old. I think she's older than my mom, honestly. You feel me? And I've always just clicked with older people. So it's not that I didn't, you know, I can't take constructive criticism. But I think it's more so, you know, how you come at me, how you approach me. I was a hothead kind of when I was younger, you feel me? How I was not able to, you know, take advice or constructive criticism or, you know, other viewpoints without getting offensive, you feel me? But now, like, you know, you could disagree. You know, I know that everybody is entitled to their own opinions. And, you know, just because somebody is, you know, like correcting me doesn't mean they're judging me. That's what I had to learn too, because people in my family, not really. I come from a kind of a messy family. So just that trauma, you like that book literally talked about, you know, like basically how trauma it all contributes to how you think and how you maneuver, you feel me? But you gotta call that junk out, because just because, you know, that trauma made you that way, okay, don't mean you stay that way. That's what I got from the book. I had to keep reading. The more we are exposed to opposing viewpoints, the more we seem to get upset that those other viewpoints exist. The easier and more problem-free our lives become, the more we seem to feel entitled for them to get even better. And that is so true. Benefits of the internet and social media are unquestionably fantastic. In many ways, this is the best time in history to be alive, but perhaps these technologies are having some unintended social side effects. Perhaps these same technologies that have liberated and educated so many are simultaneously enabling people's senses of entitlement more than ever before. That is so true. And that's not even just with social media. That's with, like, in real life too. Like, y'all know how, like, nobody ever, you know, tell this family member how they wrong. And, you know, please, just don't tell them. Just, you know, we don't even want to, you know, have that trouble. Y'all are basically enabling this person delusions. And no, call them out on that shit. Bump that. Call them out. Not even call them out, but I mean, I feel like at a certain point, you know, conversations don't even need to be had at this point. You know, people be knowing. But, I mean, if nobody ever tells you about yourself, or if somebody you love never came to you and be like, you know what, girl, like, I'm going to keep it real with you, you da-da-da-da-da, you know, and just, you know, because a lot of times it's coming from love, you feel me? I see you falling down this hole, or, you know, I see it and it's not good, and I'm telling you because I love you. We need people like that. And if you have people like that, you got to be able to accept that and not feel offended, or, you know, because we all need to be told about ourselves at the end of the day. And, you know, sometimes it takes people a little longer to realize stuff about themselves. So maybe you do need somebody to tell you. And if somebody love you enough to really, you know, keep it real with you like that, then be thankful, because sometimes that junk is hard. That's it for this video today. That is it for this video, y'all. This book is really, really good. I definitely recommend y'all get it. If I start a book club, I would probably just reread this whole book. I don't know. Y'all, just, I don't know. Stay tuned. Something coming soon. Somewhere, somehow. Hopefully y'all learned something from this video. Hopefully, you know, I'm able to change your perspective on life a little bit. It's time for us to start calling ourselves out on our bull crap. Not even bull crap, but, you know, trauma responses, and just, you know, yeah. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video for real. I'm a little geeked. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm about to go, y'all. I got a date with myself. I'm taking myself out on a date. But I'll talk to y'all in my next video. Get this book if y'all can. It is so good. If not, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, keep an eye out, because I'm reading this book and I'm coming and sharing the important parts with y'all and really putting y'all on game, because, you know, reading is very much fundamental. And we need to be reading books like this, you know. Yeah, but I love y'all. Bye, y'all.